Hello everyone. The chapter starts with a girl talking to a boy and saying that he is very interesting and has just the right amount of craziness, and that he focuses on something without rest. The boy says he thinks she's insulting him, and she responds that it's not an insult, it's a compliment. She begins, and then asks if he wants power. The boy replies that he can't refuse. She says she'll tell him another time, and then asks if he wants more magical power, to which the boy answers yes. Next, we see a waitress waking the boy up. The boy gets up, looks around, and wonders where he is. He looks in the mirror and doesn't recognize himself, then screams. A man tells him that his name is Liam and that he is the fifth son, so he should behave as he should. The waitress tells him that the Lord is in a good mood because his first daughter was born, and that he should enjoy the birth party. The following day, we are introduced to Liam's brothers. The fourth son, Bruno, who is only 13, and Liam, who is 12, will study magic, and Liam gets excited. Bruno says that only 1 out of every 100 people can learn it. Liam runs off and asks the waitress to take him to the library. Liam takes a fire magic book and performs a spell, succeeding. Liam talks to his father to get permission to use the library's books, and his father agrees. Liam studies the books day and night and improves his fire spell. A month later, Liam shows his fire spell to Bruno. Bruno doesn't believe he can do it, tries it, and fails. Bruno tells him that even being attuned to magic, it will take him a year to use it, and he's happy Liam will amount to something in life before leaving. Later, Liam leaves the library with the ice grimoires, since he learned all the basics of fire magic. His father calls him, scaring him, and asks if it's true that he can use magic. Liam shows him, and when asked if that's all he can do, Liam shows his fire magic without the grimoire, surprising his father. They are interrupted, and it seems there's a problem. Liam goes to the forest to keep training and meets a strange man, who asks him his name. Liam answers, and the man says he messed up and that Liam should do it. Liam wonders what that means, and the man says he should capture him. Liam asks why, and the man is surprised, saying that Liam is just a kid. The man then asks if Liam learns magic, and Liam says yes. The man asks if Liam wants to learn a more effective method of magic, and Liam wants to know. The man offers to teach him how to use 2 spells at the same time. Liam succeeds, surprising the man. The man asks him to try with 3 spells, and Liam manages to do it. However, the man says that even so, Liam still lacks magical power, and he will help him with that. The man shows his maximum number of spells at once, using 13, and says that if he used all his magical power, he could do 16. The man asks if Liam wants to learn more magic, to which Liam agrees. The man gives him a ring that contains more than 100 grimoires. Liam puts it on and sees more than 300 spells in his head. He tries one of wind, but Liam notices the man has disappeared. The waitress delivers a grimoire sent by his father about invocations. The waitress leaves and the man reappears. Liam asks how he did it, and the man says he just made himself invisible. He also tells Liam that the invisibility spell is in the ring, though it's very difficult to do. He says Liam doesn't have much time left and decides to teach him one last thing: how to summon magical monsters. Liam summons a fire salamander and also absorbs the ring and the spell with all its pages. Liam sees the man disappear, leaving a note on the floor telling him to keep training. Liam does so until he can use 5 spells at once. Bruno sees what he's done and says it's impressive. Bruno tells him he's going to get married, so he'll have more freedom and fewer responsibilities. He also tells Liam that his father messed up when Liam was born, by sending 1,000 soldiers against a monster and failing to defeat it, just to earn merits as a noble. Liam thanks Bruno for worrying about him, and Bruno leaves. Liam sells his coal and crystals to buy ramen. He gets the idea to start a food business, and a man tells him he can't do that because he's a noble and only Albreviate can. Liam leaves feeling sad but decides to sell outside his territory by making products and storing them with spells. Liam makes a copy of himself using an invocation spell and sends the copy to sell the products. Through the box spell, the money comes back, and Liam makes a lot of money in a short amount of time, thus ending the chapter. Chapter 2 begins with Liam training against his copy, successfully controlling fire spells. His brother Albreviate arrives and says everyone is impressed by him. Albreviate asks Liam what he wants to be in the future. Liam thinks to himself that Albreviate is the eldest son of the Hamiltons and their successor, and he wants to take his place. However, Liam tells him he'd like to be independent, and that his ideal would be to work and earn a living on his own. Albreviate smiles and says he will introduce him to the Hunters Guild. Liam is thrilled and arrives at the guild. Everyone is surprised to see a kid there and mocks him. Liam meets the guild leader, who immediately recognizes him, saying, "You must be Liam Hamilton. Albreviate told me about you." The leader says Liam will start with a test because they need to know his level to avoid sending him to his death. Liam understands, and the guild leader asks him to use his best attack spell on him. Liam explains that since he's using his copy, he doesn't have his full power but still manages to amaze the leader and everyone else by using high-level magic. The leader declares that with such power, Liam would qualify as Class B. Liam receives a badge identifying him as Class B, and a girl named Asuna approaches him. She asks him to form a team with her, saying hunting is dangerous, and he'd feel safer in a group. Liam is surprised by how energetic she is, but notes that she's cheerful and just his type. He agrees. Liam asks why she doesn't have a quest, and she explains that quests are reserved for rank A or higher. They encounter some wolves, and Liam summons gnomes that latch onto the wolves' teeth, allowing Asuna to finish them off. Everyone is astonished by their feat, and the guild leader gives them a personal quest. The duo walks and discusses their mission, which is to defeat a giant caterpillar. Liam explains that monsters have magic stones inside them, allowing them to use high-level magic techniques. Liam stops using his copy to have full strength for the mission. They grow tired, and none of Liam's spells work against the caterpillar. He comes up with an idea, to throw giant rocks at the creature. The plan works as Asuna attracts the rocks, making them hit their target more easily. They defeat 2 caterpillars, and the guild leader, impressed, quintupled their reward. Several days pass, and Liam's brother Albreviate tells him he's doing a great job. Meanwhile, we see a man who used the path where the caterpillars were. He notices the duo and decides to talk to Liam. The man asks what Liam did to Raymond. Liam, confused, says he doesn't know who that is. The man points to Liam's ring and says it belonged to Raymond. He asks if Liam killed him, but Liam says he'd never do that to his master. The man laughs, saying it's typical of Raymond to infiltrate the most dangerous places and take on a disciple. He orders his guard to step back and asks Liam to hit him with his best attack spell, wanting to gauge his strength. Liam casts his attack while reciting the names of his favorite artists, breaking the guard's barrier. The man is surprised and grants Liam the title of knight, which will allow him to be independent when he becomes an adult. The man explains that the title isn't anything special, but will at least prevent Albreviate's hostility. He then asks if Raymond played pranks on him. Liam replies that he did, once when Liam was practicing with the item box. Raymond left a note congratulating him for mastering the spell, and gifted him 100 kilos of gold dust. The man reveals that the gold was just a diversion, and that Raymond's true graduation gift is hidden nearby. That, he says, will be the real treasure. Liam returns to where he practiced, uses his item box ability to release the gold, and activates a spell that reveals a hidden passage. Inside, he finds a letter stating that this is his true treasure, a max-level grimoire. Raymond hopes Liam can use it, as he himself couldn't. The grimoire is called Another World. Liam spends hours practicing with it and manages to open a portal called Another World. It creates a space in another dimension, and the size of the space depends on the skill and power of the caster. No one can enter without the owner's permission. Upon mastering it, Liam realizes that anything stored inside won't disappear. He gets excited about the possibilities. Later, Liam and Asuna are on a mission. Liam summons salamanders but realizes they don't work. He uses Another World to create a safe space for himself and Asuna, avoiding the explosion of a giant frog. They find a magic stone and deliver it to the guild leader, who is astonished and thanks them for completing the mission. Asuna, however, feels down, thinking Liam might leave her behind. The guild leader suggests she become Liam's familiar, a pact in which the master's commands cannot be disobeyed, and the familiar's power increases based on the master's strength. Asuna agrees, and Liam accepts. Liam extends the back of his hand, and Asuna kisses it, forming the pact. Asuna unlocks a unique ability called Sprinter. Liam remarks that he needs more practice with the pact, and Asuna suggests someone she knows, JD, a veteran hunter. Asuna recommends her, and Liam proposes the pact to JD, who accepts. JD reveals she has the ability to heal wounds through her cooking. The guild leader calls it a miracle. Later, Liam is seen talking to the man, who mentions that Princess Scarlet is coming. Liam asks why, and the man explains it's because she wants to meet him, a magic prodigy, and see his familiars specifically. Liam refuses, saying his familiars are his companions, not tools. The man tells Liam to leave. It's then revealed that the servant was actually the princess, ending the Chapter 3 begins with Liam visiting Princess Scarlet. She expresses her amazement that a boy was able to defeat a giant frog without using high-level magic. During their conversation, the princess asks Liam to allow her to see his family, but he refuses, which surprises her. Despite his refusal, she rewards him for his behavior, saying that he acts as he should. She grants him the title of Baron, which leaves Liam puzzled. When he asks why, she explains that he caught her attention twice, and that's enough. She also gives him a family pack grimoire, which excites Liam, and he gratefully accepts it. Later, Bruno approaches Liam and tells him that his brother, Albreviet, must be furious. He also mentions that Liam now has a higher rank than his father, and congratulates him. As night falls, Albreviet crosses paths with Liam, but doesn't even greet him, filled with rage because Liam was named a baron before him. We then see Asuna and JD talking to Liam. JD calls him Master, which makes Liam blush, and he asks her to call him Liam instead. Liam tells them that they are now a team, and they go on a mission, easily defeating wolves. JD comments that she now better understands what is essential for an archer. Asuna asks what she means, and Liam explains that he used enhancing magic on his eyes and shot a wolf from a long distance. At the guild, there is commotion, and Liam asks what's happening. Someone responds that Albreviet caused a big problem by unsealing a dragon. Liam rushes to help and finds Albreviet injured. The guildmaster knocks Albreviet unconscious and explains the situation with the dragon. He mentions that they know how to seal it again, but the dragon's offspring are preventing them from doing so. The dragon has also grown stronger, though it will take days for it to fully recover its strength and become mobile. Dragons appear, and Liam, Asuna, and JD face them. Liam knows how to defeat them, and asks Asuna to take JD and flee. Liam uses an item box, and as the dragons are about to attack, he casts another world, trapping the dragons inside. He throws the grimoire into the item box, ensuring they can't escape. The guildmaster is astonished by Liam's feat. The mages work to seal the dragon, and Liam hears a voice. It's the dragon's. The dragon reads Liam's mind and discovers that he comes from another world. Intrigued, the dragon says Liam's life will be interesting and asks to accompany him on his adventures, wanting to witness his journey. The dragon promises to help Liam, and Liam agrees, sensing no hostility. They merge, and Asuna points out a mark on Liam's hand. Liam is shocked as he feels the power of Radon flowing through his body. He tests his magic and manages to cast 17 spells without losing control. Liam realizes he can draw power from others, except for his family members. The guildmaster thanks Liam for his help, and Liam compensates them with 10 kilos of gold for the trouble. The guildmaster remarks that he wishes Liam, and not Albreviet, were the leader of the Hamilton family. Liam's father later thanks him for resolving Albreviet's mess. Liam asks his father what will happen to his brother, and his father replies that Albreviet will be confined at home after his arrest. Liam tries to talk to his brother, but Albreviet is deeply affected and filled with envy toward Liam. The next morning, Liam discovers he has new spells and goes to the forest to practice. After hours of training, he learns to summon the dragon Rodan. Princess Scarlet sees him and is astonished to witness Liam using sacred magic. Liam asks what she's doing there, and she explains that she came to reward him for defeating the dragon. She grants him the third-class title of the Order of the Phoenix, insisting that he accept it because people need to know who defeated the dragon and recognize a hero. She asks him to explain how he defeated it, and Liam agrees. After some time, she hesitates and tells Liam not to reveal to anyone what he achieved. The next day, the princess sends him 3,000 gold coins. Liam feels as though the princess is buying his silence, bringing the chapter to an end. The chapter begins with the man discovering everything about the boy, and that he can use sacred magic, and he shows it to the man. He is amazed and tells him the legend of the 3 dragons, and one defeated the others, and he used sacred magic, and this one joined a human who founded the nation. The man asks the boy, who thinks that the dragon joined a human, and the boy says that maybe they got married, but the man says no, and it happened to him like him. They merged what he leaves, surprising the boy. The man says that the dragon was good, and apparently the Hamiltons had the evil dragon locked up, which gave them the title of nobles. He was not really evil, but the founder of the nation, and the man says that perhaps the dragon wants to take revenge for being locked up, but the boy says no. The dragon is not angry and apparently interested in his life. The man tells the boy who is the savior of everyone in the nation. Liam leaves and plans to train his new spells. When he gets to town, the girls see him and take him away to tell him that now that he is known to have defeated the dragon Ruthless, everyone wants to join his group. Liam, upon arrival at his house, the housekeeper receives him with hundreds of letters for a future wife. Bruno also arrives and gives him one of a relative of his wife. Liam is surprised because he has never been so popular even in his previous life. Liam goes out with the girls to show them their new home in another world, but JD says there is too much light that Liam uses shade to darken everything and salamander to light the fire. JD asks him to please lower the level of darkness, and Liam asks sad, but he cannot. And Liam has an idea and uses a family pact in shade, making it evolve and can control the darkness better. Then I evolve to salamander, and with the same method I evolve to the other spirits, and I store them in his ring. Then we see that Liam gets into the forest at the request of Radon, and he asks him to invoke his children, and Liam manages to invoke him. Appearing many fairies, Liam says, to protect them because humans tried to hunt him down, and at the request of Radon, who protected them, Liam uses the family pact in fairies, transforming them into elves, and elves do not know what to do. And Liam tells them to make a town for them, and they do it and puts Reyna as leader. Liam feels a magical power in the forest and goes towards him. Finding a magical fruit, Liam asks Reyna what it is, and she replies that it is magic that rode through the forest and condensed it in one place. Raiden tells her that he can eat it. Liam eats it, and his magical power increases dramatically. Then we see that the elves could not make a house because they do not know. One of them was captured by strangers who planned to do bad things to her. Liam runs towards them and defeats them using magic missile and uses his clone for the same attack, also saving Susie. Liam gives them the another world house to be safe, and already in the lands of the Hamilton Liam he takes them out, and the kneeling elves ask Liam to be their king. Liam accepts, but does not like to be called king, and only Liam. Then we see Liam practice with the help of Radon, his sacred magic high level, managing to teleport with the elves to a Radon sealed terrain, who does not tell Liam because he seals it. Once inside the island, Liam finds no water and invokes Undine, who makes a well. Then we see Liam training his teleport to move quickly, managing to perfect it. Radon says that he is a boy who is never bored, and leaves the children of Radon protecting the elves while Liam goes to talk to the princess. She asks him to take her. Where is the sealed land to which she was Liam? And Liam asks in return an engineer, and the princess brings Golak, the best engineer of all, and Liam asks for his permission, and makes a copy of he and teleports with the princess to the sealed land that turned out to be the promised land. The princess shows him the ring of fate to Liam, and Liam asks him that if he can touch it, and in doing so the land divides and the island begins to float, and then go back to your place. And the princess kneels down, asking Liam to create a new nation. They're swearing allegiance to Liam as the master of the promised land, thus ending the chapter. The chapter begins with everyone building houses, and then we see Liam practicing his magic and defeating the monsters in the area, and we see that the princess is watching him, saying that she was surprised by his enormous magical power. Liam tells her what her highness is doing there, to which she replies that he shouldn't call her that, because dragon blood runs through her maternal side, and that's why women of her lineage marry members of royalty, and as a carrier of dragon blood she wants to serve the dragon god Radon. Radon, in Liam's mind, tells him to go 1 kilometer north. There will be something she likes. Once they arrive, they find a door and enter, and they find a metal dragon that wakes up. Radon says that it is a guardian that imitates its form, and tells Liam to defeat it, and for that, he has to erase a letter from his head, the second on the right, and Liam does it, and it turns out that the dragon became obedient to the princess, for it's dragon's blood, and Liam leaving Scarlet to take care of the dragon. Liam thinks that it will be difficult for him to get used to calling her by her name, and Radon tells him that then he should get power and status so that it will be easier for him. But Liam sees that the town is destroyed and teleports. When he arrives, he sees everything destroyed, and the queen tells him that she happened because of some werewolves who appear to confront Liam. The wolf says that they leave the sacred land to protect it from outsiders by orders of Radon, and Liam tries to talk, but they quickly attack him. Liam quickly attacks from behind and defeats him. He shows him his Radon summons, and the wolves are surprised, and Liam tells them that they are all there for Radon's protection, and Queen tells Liam to make a family pact with the werewolves, and when Liam uses the family pact with the leader of the wolves, it turns out that she calls him Chris, and she is a woman. A day passes, and Liam sees that the town advances quickly thanks to the wolves, and Chris quickly hugs him. Liam tells him that they do a good job, and thinks about being able to repair the town with magic. But there is no such spell. Radon tells him that if there is not, then what does he create? Liam concentrates to try, and Liam creates a spell that makes things keep a state. Then we see that Liam manages to enhance fire magic, and a problem arises. Reyna arrives and tells him that some humans chased some fairies. Liam stops the humans and tells them that this place is their nation, and he has to leave. Liam shoots at them, but they don't pay attention, and Liam teleports to defeat everyone in seconds. Then we see that Liam gathers his group on the island and shows them the helmet of the humans that they had usurped, and Scarlet says that it is the shield of the Principality of Palta, a nation that borders the Promised Land, which means that in the future they will re-enter Liam's nation, which is in the middle of 3 nations, and they will fight for it. Scarlet says that for Liam to found a nation, he needs 3 things: power, towns, and people, and power leaves them at the hands of the wolves who are fit for combat. The next day we see that the king of Jamil sent a man to be allies, and as a benefit they offer Scarlet as a wife. Liam says that it is very convenient, and thinking he develops a telepathy spell and speaks to Scarlet telepathically about the proposal, and Scarlet says that she has to accept that it will give them at least 6 months to develop the nation. Liam accepts and says that he needs at least 1 year to make the nation prosperous. The man accepts and leaves. Everyone works hard in the town, and we also see that the dragon is there. Then Liam sees that his clone appears to teleport to Scarlet's mansion in the capital. The clone leaves, and Scarlet appears, welcoming him to her home, and they go in for tea at Scarlet's invitation, and Liam notices the power of Radon come out of the mansion and asks Scarlet if there is anything inside Radon's mansion, and she answers yes and shows him the Radon statue. Radon asks him to use all clear on the statue. Liam does so, and the statue becomes an armor covering Scarlet. She uses an ability and is exhausted. Radon explains that the armor allows her to use Radon's power and expand her magical energy. Liam says that although it was just a spell, she was very exhausted. Radon explains that it was because it is the most powerful of the three, the golden one, since the others were destroyed in combat, and asks Radon how a magical armor is created, and Radon tells him, "Then we see Liam creating armor. Then we see that Liam gives one to Scarlet, that when using it she can stand, and her power is very high, and Liam uses a family pact on the armor, making it much stronger." Radon tells Liam that his personal armor is the guardian dragon, with which he made a family pact. Liam asks for permission to use it, and Radon tells him to try, and Liam makes the pact and manages to use the armor, being able to double his power, but falls exhausted. Radon tells him that if he manages to dominate, he will have the world at his feet, ending the chapter.